Thanks for joining us on the Fishing Magazine television series. This week we take you to beautiful Table Rock Lake for day one of the Ranger Mercury Pro-Am Championship. This is the tournament that Central Pro-Am anglers work toward all year long, and this year's event promises to be one of the best. We'll be right back.
It's all come down to this. The tournament Central Pro-Am anglers have been working toward all year, the 2001 Ranger Mercury Pro-Am Championship. Now, the top 30 anglers in Central Pro-Am's pro and amateur divisions who've qualified for this tournament are through waiting and ready to begin 2 days of competition on Missouri's demanding Table Rock Lake. All told, the championship qualifiers will be vying for cash and prizes totaling more than $145,000. The Pro Division winner will take home a 2002 Ranger 518 DVX, Mercury 200 EFI outboard, and Ranger Trail trailer, along with a wealth of accessories, including a Motor Guide Tour Edition trolling motor, Humminbird Zircom electronics, Pro Guide batteries, Mercury Marine prop, and White Height jack plate. And to pull this first prize boat, the winner will receive the use of a 2002 Chevrolet extended cab pickup for 1 year from Davis Bar Chevrolet Pontiac. All this, plus products from Bass Pro Shops, Slunker Lure, Hog Collar, Lure Eyes, Berkley Trilene, Pradco, and Rod Saber, making a total prize package worth $45,000. The runner-up in the Pro Division will win a 2002 Ranger Sport R83 with Mercury 175 EFI outboard and a multitude of other prizes with a total value of over $27,000. While the third-place finisher will receive a 2002 Mercury 150 EFI, Motor Guide trolling motor, and other prizes valued at $15,000. And in the amateur division, the winner will take home a 2002 Ranger Sport R73 equipped with a Mercury 115, Ranger Trail trailer, Motor Guide trolling motor, and Humminbird Zircom electronics, a total value of over $21,000. As always, the championship field is an impressive one. It's headed by Pro Division Angler of the Year Troy Akins. During the 2001 tournament season, Akins won at Truman, recorded 3 other top 10 finishes, and finished out of the money only once. The last time anyone had a year like that was 1999, when Akins was Angler of the Year and won a regular season tournament. Then he went on to win the Pro-Am Championship title. So we'll see if Akins can make history repeat itself. Almost as impressive as Akins was Angler of the Year runner-up Gary Carrier. After winning the 2000 Fall Pro-Am at Lake of the Ozarks, the 39-year-old Oklahoman went on to win a second time at Grand Lake and record top 10 finishes at Eufaula and Truman. If Carrier can extend the hot hand he showed during the last half of the season, he'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with here. For the past 2 years, there's been no other angler more consistent than Jimmy Davis. He took Angler of the Year honors in 2000, and this season he finished 5th after posting top 10 finishes at Lake of the Ozarks and Grand. Davis has been fishing Central Pro-Am tournaments for more than a decade, but he has yet to win. And there's nothing he'd like better than to record his first triumph here. Another angler to watch is Jimmy's younger brother, Jackie, who's a tough competitor anytime he's on the water. He's won over $135,000 in Central Pro-Am tournaments, and this year recorded top 10 finishes at Bull Shoals and Eufaula. Davis is only 33, but he's already won 5 Central Pro-Am tournaments, including the Fall Pro-Am on Table Rock in 1999. So he knows what to do to win at this time of year. One angler you can never count out is defending Pro-Am champion Toby Hartzell. Hartzell is only 30, but he's already won 4 Central Pro-Am tournaments and ranks 5th on the list of all-time money winners with over $110,000. This year, Hartzell finished out of the money only once during a season highlighted by top 10 finishes at Bull Shoals, Table Rock, and Grand Lake. Another young angler who could spell trouble for the rest of the field is Brian Snowden. Only 28 years old, Snowden missed the first 2 tournaments of the year because of other commitments, but still managed to qualify for this championship in only 4 events. This is Snowden's 4th straight championship appearance, and twice he's been the day 1 leader. So if he can put together 2 good days in this tournament, he could be hard to beat. When you consider tournament favorites, there's a trio of established Pro-Am stars who are a threat to win any tournament they enter. The first is Dave Barker. He's won 6 Central Pro-Am tournaments and is the circuit's all-time leading money winner with over $149,000. Barker had 3 top 20 finishes this year, and if he's not among the day 1 leaders, watch out. He's among the best at coming out of nowhere on day 2 to win all the marbles. Terry Thomas is as tough as they come in postseason tournaments. He's already won 3 Redman Regional Championships, in addition to 5 regular season Central Pro-Am tournaments. He captured his 5th crown this year at Eufaula, and he knows Table Rock well, so he'll be one of the favorites here. Finally, there's Jim Akins. He's qualified for every Pro-Am championship ever held, and he won the very first one back in 1989. Akins had 3 top 10 finishes this year and finished in the top 20 in every tournament but 1. So you can look for him to come through when the chips are down. In the amateur division, favorites are hard to pick because their fate rests with the pro who controls where they fish. But if you look at consistency over the year and who can adjust to best meet the situation, then you have to look at amateur division Angler of the Year, Larry Stevie. Stevie won his first Central Pro-Am title at Table Rock this season and also recorded top 20 finishes at Lake of the Ozarks and Grand, so you can never count him out. Second in the Angler of the Year race was 2000 Amateur Division Angler of the Year, Steve Plank. After years of consistent success, Plank also recorded his first victory in 2001 with a win at Eufaula. He also finished second at Bull Shoals, so he definitely knows how to stay ahead of the pack. Third in the Angler of the Year standings was 49-year-old David Boer. During the season, Boer recorded 3 straight top 5 finishes, and they carried him to the 2001 Pro Guide Batteries Rookie of the Year title. One of those finishes occurred at Table Rock, so he's proved he knows how to catch fish here. Another angler to watch is 2000 Amateur Division Rookie of the Year, Mike Purse. This year, Purse finished 11th in the Angler of the Year standings after recording 3 top 20 finishes, including a 3rd place finish at Grand. What's more, he's already won a Central Pro-Am title, so he's proved he knows how to come in with big fish, and that could be the difference in this tournament. As the anglers and their families relax at the Davis Bar Chevrolet Pontiac pre-tournament banquet, one question haunts each of the competitors. How will he confront the challenges of the next 2 days, knowing that he'll be fishing a crystal clear lake under bluebird skies immediately after an early fall cold front? Well, only time will tell. Stay tuned for exciting Day 1 action. We'll be right back. Bass Fishing My Way. Helpful hints from some of Central Pro-Am's top competitors. Toby Hartzell won the 2000 Pro-Am Championship by fishing a small jig around boat docks in fallen timber. He wasn't the only angler fishing those patterns, but he won because he had a solid game plan, and he didn't let conditions keep him from fishing his way.
Everybody says, you know, you get feelings about where there ought to be a fish, and you just feel it. You don't really actually know, but you feel it. And that's kind of what I had with that tree. Most every tree up in the river is always leaning downstream because the water washes down. This is one tree that had the butt downstream facing upstream. And that was definitely the most different tree that you'd see up there. And that tree actually had, I guess, caught 4, maybe 5 keepers off that one tree in this tournament. On Saturday, I caught my big fish out of the root wad, the big butt part of the tree. They was getting out of the current, and the tree was huge. I mean, I'm talking, you know, 30-inch tree through. It was a big tree. I actually think the channel had washed out a little pothole, because I was sitting in 2 foot of water, throwing into probably 4 foot of water. So it was just a slight depth change there. And I think they got underneath the log down to get out of the current.
On the morning of Day 1, the overnight cold front has spread an eerie early morning fog over Table Rock. And with the fog has come a sense of uncertainty among the championship contenders. They practiced for 2 days in glorious Indian summer weather, then during a day of overcast and rain. So today, they'll take the water-facing conditions they've not seen in practice. And what those conditions will mean for the fishing is anybody's guess. About 7 a.m., the fog begins to lift and the Pro-Am anglers take off as scheduled. But as quickly as it lifted, the fog mysteriously returns, leaving the Pro-Am anglers shrouded in isolated darkness. And Batsuit's Pro Division Angler of the Year, Troy Aikens, just fine. Immediately, he begins catching fish around boat docks at the lower end of the lake. In 1999, Aikens won the Pro-Am Championship on Table Rock, and so far this year, conditions again seem to be on his side. And there's nothing Aikens would like better than to experience a little deja vu all over again. Brian Snowden is rapidly maturing into one of the brightest young bass tournament stars in America. He got his start as an amateur division competitor with Central Pro-Am when he was still in college, and he just keeps getting better and better. In 1998, he won his first Central Pro-Am title with a record-setting victory at Dardanelle, where his margin of victory was so great he could have stayed in bed on day 2 and still won the tournament. Twice, he's taken the day 1 lead in Pro-Am championships, and if he can keep this up, it looks like he'll be in contention here as well. Dave Barker has run up the James River and is fishing a jig across a submerged sandbar in over 40 feet of water. Now, this is deeper than Barker normally likes to fish, but over the years, he's managed to win 6 Central Pro-Am tournaments, more than any other Pro Division angler, by doing whatever it takes to catch fish. So far this morning, Barker already has 3 keepers, and with fishing as tough as it is, that could be enough to put him among the day 1 leaders. Jackie Davis has always been able to win bass tournaments. He won his first Central Pro-Am event in 1991 when he was just 23 years old. Over the next 6 years, he won 4 more. But the problem was he might follow a victory by finishing 106th in the next tournament. But in 1998, Davis changed his style, and now he's in contention in almost every tournament he enters. So far this morning, Davis and amateur partner Oscar Jones are catching a few fish, but most of them are small. Still, Davis already has 2 keepers, and the day is far from over. Now, here's a question for you. Who is the best angler never to win a Central Pro-Am tournament? Some will tell you the answer is Jimmy Davis. Over the past 3 seasons, the 2000 Angler of the Year has been as consistent as any bass fisherman in America, with the possible exception of Troy Aikens. But Davis has yet to win. Not because he fails to catch fish, but because someone else always seems to have a hotter hand. But on Table Rock today, no one seems to have a hot hand. Davis already has 3 keepers, and it may be that his consistency is about ready to pay off. When the Pro-Am anglers return to the Kimberling Inn for the afternoon weigh-in, Central Pro-Am honors those who died on September 11th with the playing of the national anthem. Then, defending amateur division champion David White is one of the first to come to the scales.
Oh, look there. David's got him 1. That's it. That's his bass for today. Good job, David White. I'm going to get this 1 bass weighed for Mr. White here. 1 bass called away. 1.70 pounds, son. Go get them for me tomorrow.
Next is David Spicer.
Oh, looky there. Looky there. Like to hear that noise from that crowd. Good job, youngin.
1 fish.
1 bass for Mr. Spicer. Oh, looky here. 4.15 pounds. That's going to be a hard one to beat all the way around. Good job, David Spicer.
A short time later, it's Tom Mason's turn.
Got 1. Tom got a bass there. There we go. Bob did too. Bob Barkey got a bass there too with him. Whoa, look at that big old Kentucky there. Look at that big old spot. My goodness gracious. 3 bass is going to be your new leader right here, folks, in the amateur division. 7 pounds even. That's your leader right now, Tom Mason.
Then Mike Purse challenges Tom Mason's lead.
You better go to work. You got about 5 of them thumper Kentuckys? Huh? All right, how many we got there, Michael? Got 2, 3? Got more? Whoa, look at that big old fat thing there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out, Michael Purse. 8.90 pounds, the new leader.
In the Pro Division, Angler of the Year Troy Aikens is the first to weigh in.
Central Pro-Am's 1999 Pro Division champion. He's a Triple Crown winner. There's a good spotted bass right there. The limit's 5. That's all they can have. Troy won the title in 90. Whoa, there's a little bit better fish. That's a brown bass right there, a smallmouth. So we got a mixed bag going here. So you got a big old black bass, so a big old largemouth in there. Oh, looky there. Looks like one of them cross right there. 4 bass from Mr. Troy Akins. Put your hands together, make him feel welcome. Here we go. Here's going to be your leader in the pro division. This will be the mark they're going to have to shoot after. He almost gets to double figures. 8 point. Oh, settle down. 7 old pounds. Mark it.
Next is Jim Akins.
Well, there's a good quality fish right there. Oh, let me see. Has he got a limit in there? Well, he does. He's already bringing it. Oh, look at there. My goodness. Oh, don't mess with me this early in the day now. Uh-oh, 2 bass. But you know what? They may weigh almost as much as what Troy's fish weighed. Total weight, 7.65 pounds. Second place right now in Big Bass Later.
Then it's defending champion Toby Hartzell.
1 bass. There we go. Whoa, look at there. Look in there. Has he got any more like that one? No. Winning a championship, no matter when it is, with this bunch of guys, man, that's a resume accomplishment there.
I was very privileged, and I'm glad to be back here again this year.
All right, let's call his total weight, 6.30 pounds. Good job, Toby Hartzell.
Then Jackie Davis comes to the scales.
He's won Angler of the Year, and like I said, about 5 titles with us. 1. He'd sure like to have a championship title to go with it. Sure like to have one. There's 2. That's, oh, look at that brownie. That's a better fish. Come on, come on, come on, Jackie. Go get me some. Whoa, look at that. We changed to largemouth. There you go. Oh, my goodness, I'm not going to get me a limit. Jackie Davis, did you have a chance to get your limit, son?
No, I didn't, Ernie. That's the only 3 keepers I had on.
Only 3 you had on all day. Did you catch them early, late, or in between?
I caught 2 of them pretty quick and 1 real late, and my partner caught that one he had in about the first 5 casts this morning.
All right, let's call his weight here. How many bass we got? 3. 7.85 pounds. That's the log jam right there.
Next is Jimmy Davis.
There's 3 times. Come on, give me some there. Give me another one. Haven't had a limit yet. There's 4. Got another little spot. Give me that kicker bass out of there. Get back in there and get it for me. Oh, doggone. Just a good job today. You got 4. Did you have the 5th bass on?
No, I didn't, Ernie. I was pretty fortunate to get the 4 I got.
All right, we got 4 fish here leading the tournament still. Troy Akins, 870. Deja vu all over there again, too. You guys are all in the hunt that last time. This may get him. Nope. Going to get right there in the middle of that log jam. There it is. Ah, come on back up there for me. See if I can get him that 0.5. 7.85 pounds.
Then it's Dave Barker's turn.
There's 3. Watch, big old spot there. Uh-oh. We're going after 4. Ooh, look at that one. There's another good thumper. Oh, we're going to have a limit? Don't you mess with me, Barker.
I don't mess with you.
I know, not in weigh-ins you don't. Come on, bring it on out here. Bring her on out here. Come on, is it a good one? There you go. Oh, yeah, look at Thumper Kentucky there. There's your limit. Got 5 of them. How soon did you have your limit, son?
It was after lunch.
After lunch, so it took a day to get them.
Yeah, it was a real slow bite. We just got a bite here and a bite there. They were scattered out.
All right, here we go. Double figures. Here we go. Here's your leader, and here's the standard for everybody to catch. 13.55 pounds.
Finally, Brian Snowden comes to the scales.
Oh, yeah, look at there. Look at there. Look at that old brownie. Oh, that's a beautiful Table Rock smallmouth. Oh, there you go. 3 times the lady. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's it. All right, let's see what we win. 1 here. That's all of them. 8.15 pounds.
At the end of the first day, Dave Barker sits atop the Lunker Lure Pro-Am scoreboard with 13.55 pounds. He has nearly a 5-pound lead over Troy Akins, But from there, it's tight all the way, as Brian Snowden, Jackie Davis, and Jimmy Davis all trail Akins by less than a pound. In the rest of the top 10, Jerry Weisinger leads the way in 6th place, but he has only a narrow edge over Jim Akins, David Bailey, Mark Weezy, and Joe Gundel. In the amateur division, Mike Purse is the first-day leader with 8.9 pounds. Tom Mason holds down 2nd place with 7 pounds, followed by David Spicer, Keith Sedberry, and Mike Neal. In the rest of the top 10, Oscar Jones leads the way in 6th place, but Dick Hinman, Mike Smith, Jerry Hickey, and Lyle Vail are all hot on his trail. We'll be right back.
Magazine television series. This week we take you back to Table Rock Lake for day 2 of the Ranger Mercury Pro-Am Championship. This is the day that decides it all. We'll be right back right after these messages.
And a tough day 1 on Missouri's demanding Table Rock Lake. It's all come down to one final day on the water. Day 2 of the Ranger Mercury Pro-Am Championship. As the Pro-Am anglers wait in the darkness during a 1-hour fog delay, their minds are filled with unanswered questions. Where had the glorious Indian summer weather of earlier in the week gone? Would the early morning fog hanging over Table Rock help them or hurt them? How long would it last? And once the fog did disappear, how tough would the post-frontal bluebird skies make the fishing? Only time will tell. Yet each of the championship competitors knows that today could be his day. In the pro division, Dave Barker's lead of nearly 5 pounds might seem insurmountable. But with the anglers from 2nd through 15th place separated by a mere 3.5 pounds, virtually anyone could win with a good second day. And in the amateur division, that's even more true. The leader has less than 9 pounds, and quite literally, all 30 amateur competitors have a chance to end the day walking away with the brass ring and the keys to a new Ranger boat. Recapping first day action, Dave Barker sits atop the Lunker Lure Pro-Am scoreboard with 13.55 pounds. He has nearly a 5-pound lead over Troy Akins. But from there, it's tight all the way, as Brian Snowden, Jackie Davis, and Jimmy Davis all trail Akins by less than a pound. In the rest of the top 10, Jerry Weisinger leads the way in 6th place, but he has only a narrow edge over Jim Akins, David Bailey, Mark Weezy, and Joe Gundel. In the amateur division, Mike Purse is the first-day leader with 8.9 pounds. Tom Mason holds down 2nd place with 7 pounds, followed by David Spicer, Keith Sedberry, and Mike Neal. In the rest of the top 10, Oscar Jones leads the way in 6th place, but Dick Hinman, Mike Smith, Jerry Hickey, and Lyle Vail are all hot on his trail. First-day leader Dave Barker is out with the 2nd flight and heads straight up the James River. And he's somewhere out in the midst of this fog bank. This morning, Barker and amateur partner Tom Mason are fishing the same deep shoal where Barker got the only limit of the tournament on day 1, and he's hopeful the bass have stayed put during the night. Barker's depth finder says the bass are still there, and it doesn't take long for the action to get started. It's rare for anglers fishing together on day 2 to win both the pro and amateur division titles, but Barker and Mason are in position to do just that, if they can come in with good catches today. When Barker first found these fish, he was encouraged because many of the bass he caught were keepers, but now he's not so sure that's still true. Barker and Mason are working jigs along the bottom in 35 feet of water, and make no mistake about it, it's slow going. It took Barker most of the day to get his limit on day 1, so he's not expecting miracles. When Barker gets another strike, it looks as if his lucky star is still shining. But when he gets it to the boat and finds that it's also too short to keep, he's beginning to wonder if the fish in his spot are going to hold. And when Barker has yet to land a keeper by the time the fog lifts, it's obvious that this horse race is far from over. Now, for those of you who suffer from vertigo when fishing in water more than 10 feet deep, you may want to stay seated as you watch Troy Akins, because he's fishing a jig around boat docks sitting in 100 feet of water. Now, unlike many of the championship competitors, he's not fishing his jig on the bottom. He's swimming it just under the styrofoam to catch largemouth bass, or letting it drop 17 to 18 feet to catch smallmouth suspended under the docks. So far this morning, it's slow going, but under conditions like these, Akins is grateful for any bites he can get. Twice before in Pro-Am championships, Brian Snowden has taken the day one lead, only to be undone by weather changes on the second day. Today, he's not facing the pressure of being in the lead, and it may work to his advantage. He started the day 5 pounds behind leader Dave Barker, but with Barker having difficulties, Snowden may be able to make a run at adding a championship trophy to his already long list of accomplishments. Jackie Davis has been fishing Table Rock most of his life, and he knows what to do regardless of the weather conditions. And after an early fall cold front, there's little for Davis to decide. He knows that under such conditions, Table Rock bass like to head for the bottom and seek shelter in brush piles beneath boat docks. So there's no reason to try anything else. In fact, the 33-year-old Davis is so sure of that strategy, today he has only one rod out. After running up the James River on day one, Davis has decided to spend today near Kimberling City and maximize his fishing time. So far, it seems to be paying off, and if he can keep this up, he could give Dave Barker a run for his money. By midday, Barker's situation has gone from unsettling to downright dire. So far, he has yet to land a keeper, and he knows he's running out of time. In addition to the area where he caught his fish on day one, Barker is now running a series of nearby spots, hoping to find one where the bass are active. Finally, Tom Mason gets a strike. Carefully, he works it back to the boat, knowing that a keeper will move him even with first-day leader Mike Purse and force Purse to catch at least one fish in order to maintain his lead. Now, if Mason can get another bass, he'll be in position to win his first Central Pro-Am title. A short time later, Barker gets another strike, and he's finally on the scoreboard. But he'll need 3 or 4 more just like it to maintain his day one edge. By now, it's clear that everyone on Table Rock is finding the going tough. And that suits Troy Akins just fine. So far, he hasn't gotten many of the bigger largemouth to bite, but he is closing in on a limit of quality smallmouth. Unless Barker's bass turn on quickly, Akins is putting himself in position to win his second Pro-Am championship title. But now, one thing is certain. This one's going right down to the wire. We'll see who comes through when the chips are down, when we return for the exciting final weigh-in. We'll be right back. Fishing My Way. Helpful hints from some of Central Pro-Am's top competitors. The last time Table Rock was the site of the Pro-Am Championship, Troy Akins emerged victorious, winning the third and final jewel in the Central Pro-Am Triple Crown. And he did it by fishing his way.
Well, I ended up last year in good shape. I think I was in 3rd place in the Angler of the Year race. And I just kind of come into my own last year. Instead of listening to everybody talk and everything, I just go and do my own thing, you know, and I got to where I was staying away from everybody, you know, and just doing my thing, settling down fishing. I like the fish structure, you know, I like the visible structure, and a jig's something that you can kind of pick the structure apart with, you know, real slow and methodically, you know, and the jig bite's always, you know, usually a better quality fish, keeper fish. One of the main things I see out there fishing when people flipping boat docks or structure or whatever is not letting their jig go straight down. You know, that's the secret of flipping. You know, you've got a vertical presentation. You want that jig to drop just right in front of the fish. And detecting the bite, you know, watching your line is another real good, a key thing that you've got to do.
When the championship anglers return to the Kimberling Inn for the afternoon weigh-in, the Central Pro-Am anglers and the crowd honor those who died on September 11th with the playing of the national anthem. Once the weigh-in begins, amateur division leader Mike Purse is one of the first to arrive, and he comes in without a fish, and that means the amateur division title is up for grabs. The first to make a run at the lead is Robert Ernst.
1. Boy, another good one. That's it. Robert Ernst, ladies and gentlemen. He had 225 yesterday. Don't think that'll catch Mike first, but it's going to make a run at it. Did you have any other bites on today, sir?
Yes, sir. I had another one on the same size as my big one.
Oh, my goodness. And boy, championships are all a matter of landing that one bite.
Yes, sir. Just got through retying the hook. It just broke.
Here we go. Let's call the weight here for him. Going up there. 4.40 pounds. Well, I'll tell you what. I bet I got to check with your name on it before you get out of here.
Finally, it all comes down to Tom Mason.
Tom was in second place yesterday in the amateur division. Oh, boy, watch out, amateur division. Oh, yeah, there's one. There's one. Get ready. Where's the Mason clan at? Are they here? There they are, right up there. Get them cameras rolling, Mom and kids. Here we go, Tom. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Tom writes for Fishing Magazine. That's it. 2 fish. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5.65 pounds. Ready? Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, 12.65 pounds, a new leader in the amateur division, Tom Mason.
In the pro division, Joe Gundel is one of the first to weigh in.
Oh, look at that big old thumper, Kentucky. Oh, buddy. Well, 5 of them would be nice. Oh, there's another thump. That's almost a bookend. Uh-oh, watch out. 6. Oh, there's another. That's 3, just almost identical. Oh, that's a black bass there, a little skinnier. Come on, has he got the 5th one? Has he got the limit? Come on. Yeah! Oh, my goodness. Good job, buddy. Where'd you go to get them today?
I went towards the dam today.
Well, so you didn't go home towards Seligman, you went towards the dam.
Yeah, way away from home.
Anyway, all right, here we go. Boy, that's a good sack of fish here. 12 pounds? Easy 12 pounds. Let's see. I'm going to guess closer to 13. No, you said 12. I'm saying 13. No, I'm saying, well, they're losing weight. I better shut up and call the weight. 13 pounds even. 2-day total, 19.60 pounds. A new leader in the pro division, Joe Gundel.
The first to challenge Gundel is David Bailey.
A baby. There's 2. David had 750 yesterday. He only had 2 bass. Did you catch them lunkers for me today? Did you find me a couple of them big old fish? Well, a little bit better fish there. That's 3. Come on, go on back here. Give me some more. Oh, yeah, there we go. 4 times. That's it. How'd you catch it for today, David?
4 I caught today were about 55 foot deep on a drop shot on a Lucky Strike 4-inch razor worm.
55 foot deep. 10.10 pounds. 55 foot deep. How in the world did you pick a spot that's 55 foot deep?
Well, actually, they were sitting in 55 foot. It was 150 foot deep where they were at. We just caught them suspended down there about 55 foot.
Well, half-ounce spinnerbait will work real good down there also, I think. Won't it? 17.60 pounds on second place right now in the pro division.
Then it's Dave Barker's turn.
What do you mean it ain't going to take long? You had a limit yesterday. You tell me you caught them all yesterday? Yeah, so we've heard that one already. There's one. Hey, don't leave with him yet. Well, what happened?
Oh, I don't know. The fish moved on him, went deep or suspended or something. I couldn't find him.
Call the weight here for him. 2.10 pounds. I'll tell you what, that is a big transition, my friend, from
Tell me about it.
What'd you catch that limit on yesterday?
A jig. I was fishing deep with about 40, 45 feet. And today the fish were there on the electronic showing there, but I couldn't get them to bite. First thing you know, it's 3 o'clock.
First thing you know, it is 3 o'clock. Did you have any idea? Did you start to change up or anything at all during the course of the day?
No, I caught them so good yesterday. I've been catching them not good in practice, but I thought I had it figured out, and I just never could change. Never could get away from it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Central Pro-Am, all-time leading money winner, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a class act and a real gentleman right here. David Barker!
Next to make a run at Gundle's lead is Jackie Davis.
He had won his first title in the amateur division back in 1990. There's one. He won $100,000 in one tournament. There's two. Oh, look at there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Here, I'm getting nervous. There's three. Kicker fish is going to make a difference in this tournament right here. There's four. They're all brownies so far, it looks like. Here we go. Here we go. We got the limit. Whoa! My goodness gracious! Bingo! Oh, Jackie, you showed off, son. Here we go. Well, it's not that much. Look at that, they're losing weight as I sit here. Here we go. You ready, kid? 14.75 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, 22.60 pounds. A new leader in the pro division, Jackie Davis. Here. You want to touch him?
No.
Sure you don't?
Not after he weighs in.
You want to touch him for just good luck or anything?
Nope.
Finally, there's only one angler left who can overtake Jackie Davis, and that's Troy Akins.
One time. I'm the one to give it. Oh, you start to close that lid. Don't you do that to me. I'm about to have a heart attack here. Come on out of there. 2 times. Watch the black there. Three times. Another largemouth. Man, he needs that kicker fish. Yep. Oh, a big old brownie. He's that big old fish. He had about a pound on Jackie going into today. No, not quite a pound, was it? Oh, look at that brownie there. Look at her. So you're 2-time Angler of the Year, right?
Yes.
And you've already won titles?
Yes.
And you've already won a championship?
Yes.
So you're already a Triple Crown winner?
I guess.
So it'd be better if Jackie won.
No. But I'll take that.
Here we go. I can't stand this. Come in here with me, both of you. Take a look at her. Settle down. Wes, get your hands off that. Oh.
Go ahead, Rick.
13.05. Whoops. 05 pounds. 21.75 pounds. Second place. Here's your champion, Jackie Davis!
It's in the record books now. Jackie Davis wins the Ranger Mercury Pro-Am Championship with a 2-day total of 22.6 pounds. Less than a pound behind on the Lunker Lure Pro-Am scoreboard is Troy Akins with 21.75 pounds. Joe Gundle grabs third place with 19.65 pounds, while Jimmy Davis and David Bailey round out the top 5. In the rest of the top 10, Jim Akins leads the way in 6th place, followed by Dave Barker, Howard Buning, John Hartzell, and Toby Hartzell. In the amateur division, Tom Mason takes home a new Ranger Sport R73 with a winning total of 12.65 pounds. First day leader Mike Purse finishes second with 8.9 pounds, with Robert Ernst, Mike Smith, and Dick Hinman completing the top 5. In the rest of the top 10, David Spicer leads the way in 6th place, followed by Keith Sedbury, David White, Mike Neal, and Oscar Jones. We'll be right back.
Ranger.
Hey, thanks for being with us today. Take care and good fishing.
The Fishin' Magazine television series is brought to you by Ranger Boats, where they still build them one at a time so you can fish hard, run strong, and rest easy.